If anybody speak,
No, we'll be starting in a few minutes. We're just assigning the team names as of now.
if anybody speak,
No, we'll be starting in a few minutes. We're just assigning the team names as of now.
if anybody speak,
No, we'll be starting in a few minutes. We're just assigning the team names as of now.
no, if anybody speak,
No, we'll be starting in a few minutes. We're just assigning the team names as of now.
no.
Who's this Gokul Biju actually?
I'm in 8.
Your voice is breaking. Can you repeat, please?
This is Gopika B.
Gopika B. Okay, fine. Is your partner joined in? FB Matthew? Can you call him up?
Sir, I've already called him. He has problems with his connection, so he might be joining lately. So can we start without him? He'll probably join soon.
Okay, we can start.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the finals of Samasya 21. the inter-school quiz competition that's conducted for schools across the country and school students. After a registration of nearly 1,000 students, we have our top 8. Samasya 21, the inter-school competition that is conducted as a part of Tatva, the annual Techno Management Fest of National Institute of Technology, Calicut. After nearly a decade of its existence, Samasya has garnered a lot of students and it inspired them towards the quizzing. And now here we are in Samasya 21 with the top 8 teams from nearly 680 registrations and 980 students that have participated so far. And to grace us this evening, we have our host, very dearly and fondly known in the quizzing circles, known as Captain. We have Captain Chandrakant Nair to host this evening. And without further ado, I give away this event to our captain. Sir?
Thank you so much, Vishal, for your kind introduction. Before we start, a big thanks to Enquire Quiz Club and NIT Calicut for having me over. I mean, I've been associated with NIT Calicut for nearly 15 years now. I mean, NITC is almost like home college to me. So always a pleasure to come back and be a part of yet another quizzing event at NITC. So thank you so very much, NITC and the entire Enquire team for this. And congrats to the top 8 teams who have aced the prelims and have made it to the finals. So I hope you all have a good quiz. Can all the teams kindly switch on your cams? We'll need your video on throughout the duration of this quiz. The other teams as well, team 1, team 5, team 7, team 8. Request all of you to kindly turn on your cams.
Sir, can I add one more thing?
Please.
Yeah, just each team can they make sure that the number is as same as which in the message which I kept right now in the group. Your team number should be the same. If there is some errors, just please let me know.
Team 1, team 7, team 8, team 3, request you to kindly switch on your cams as well. We'll do a quick round of introduction before we start with the quiz. I'll request team 1 to kindly introduce themselves and please mention your names and which school you're representing. Kindly, all teams request you. Team 1.
Could you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you, please.
We are, I'm Emma Swagata and my teammate is Anna George. We are from Christ Nagar Central School, Trivandrum. I'm in class 10 and she is studying in class 11.
Thank you so much. Team 2.
I'm Ruben Jacob and my teammate's name is Mohammed Marsook, and we are from same school, the Christ Nagar Central School.
Superb. Thanks again. Team 3.
Hello, my name is Shibin Suresh and I am studying in GHSS Merathur in Palakkad district in 11th standard, and I'm participating as an individual singer.
Great to have you here, Shibin. Thank you so much. Team 4.
I'm Mohammed Amin. I'm studying 11th standard at HMHSS Manjit.
Thank you so much, Amin. Team 5.
Hello everyone, my name is Srinam Sadish. I'm studying in 10th class in Government Model Higher Secondary School, Calicut University campus. I am participating as a lone wolf.
Thank you so much, Srinand. Team 6.
Hello everyone, I'm Gautam Kiran and my partner is Sean Kunjeria. We are from Sarvodaya Central Vidyalaya, Trivandrum. We both in stars on standard.
Great to have you both here. Thank you so much. Team 7. You're not audible. I don't think we can hear you. Team 7. Not audible yet. Can any of you hear him? I don't think we can hear you yet. Still. Maybe your partner can introduce your team. I'll request the other member from team 7 to introduce the team in case your teammate is not able to. Can any of you hear team 7? Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear them. No, you can't, right? Yeah, team 7, I don't think we can hear you at all. So we'll just wait for team 7 to sort out their audio issues. Team 8, in the meanwhile.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Gopika B, and my teammate's name is Eddie Matthew. We are from same class 12, Chandrakant, and we are representing Alfonso Residential School. Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Great to have you both here. Thank you so much. We'll just give it another minute so that team 7 can sort out their technical issues and then. Before that, quick round of rules. So I hope all of you will take part in this quiz in the fairest possible means. Kindly have both your hands displayed on the screen at all points in time. And kindly get on a voice call with your teammate and discuss over voice. I'll explain the rules for each round when we come to them. The quiz is mostly very simple and mostly it should be a high scoring quiz and all of you should be doing well.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Chris.
Sir, I am the person from team 7.
Yeah, maybe you can use this account in that case. You can just log out from the other account and use this account.
Okay, sir. Sir, my name is Chris George.
Hello, sir.
And my partner's name is Rohan Srikant. We are from Silver Hills Higher Secondary School, Calicut.
Wonderful. Great to have a home team as well. I'll request team 7 and team 4 also to turn on their cams and we can get on with the quiz once that's done. Vishal, who will be keeping scores?
I'll be keeping the scores and I'll share the screen right now.
Perfect. And all teams kindly keep track of your own scores. Kindly have a pen paper ready and please keep track of your own scores. In case there is a scoring dispute, you will have to point it out when the scores are being read out. Okay.
Is my screen visible?
Yeah, it's visible. Yeah. Thank you so much. You can maybe unshare so that I can share my screen and start the quiz. After every round, maybe you can share your screen and show the scores. Yeah, thank you. And can you kindly make me a co-host so that I can share my screen?
Can you share the screen now?
Yeah, I have. Can all teams give me a thumbs up on the screen if you can see my screen? If you can see the PowerPoint? Just give me a thumbs up on your video. All right. So I think good to go. Team 7, we'll need your video on, please. And once again, kindly take part in this quiz in the right spirit. Use only your acumen and your partner's brains to solve every single question. Kindly do not depend on any external means for any of these questions. Okay, I know all of you will abide with it, but just mentioning it once. So all the very best. So starting the school quiz Samasya as part of we have a total of 4 rounds. Round 1 is a written round, 4 questions. Round 2 is clockwise round, 10 questions. Round 3 is written, 4 questions. Round 4 is anti-clockwise, 10 questions. So the written rounds, what you need to do is, once the round is over, we'll do a rerun. At that time, one team member can send in all answers as a single entry to me through Zoom chat. Okay. Just give me a DM, send it as a DM to me on Zoom chat once the round is over. I'll tell you when to send it. At that point, one member from each team send all 4 answers as a single entry. Okay. Here's round number 1. 4 questions, 10 points for every correct answer. We start off with a nice simple round that should be familiar to all of you. All of you must have come across chemical elements in your school days. So we have 4 questions broadly based on chemical elements and how their names were arrived at. Okay. Team 1, can we have your video on as well, please? I'll request one member from the Inquire Quiz team to just keep an eye on all participants and ensure the videos on at all points in time. Here's question number 1. You can keep yourself on mute right now, and at the end of the round, send all 4 answers as a single entry. The sun and the moon both have elements named after them. Which are these 2 elements? Just keep a note. You can just write down the answers on paper for the time being and send them in only once the round is over. Which could these 2 elements possibly be? Think of all the elements on the periodic table. Which one could have been named after the sun? Which one could be named after the moon? Question number 2. Now, only one set of elements on the periodic table satisfy this criteria. The first element is named after a country. The second element is named after a state in this country. The third element is named after a town in the state. I need you to name all 3 elements. There is only one set of elements that fulfill this particular criteria that I mentioned. There are 3 elements. The first one is named after a country. The second one after a state, a famous state, not any obscure location. It's a state that all of you would know in this country. And the third one, again, after a very, very famous town in the state. If you get 1, you get 3 points. If you get 2, you get 6 points. If you get all 3, you get the full 10. Think of elements named after countries first. There aren't too many elements named after countries. Go one by one and think of elements named after countries. And then pick the right options. There are only a handful of. All right. If it helps, I'll give you an extra hint. The town in question, it's a famous university town. It's famous for it's a world famous university located in this town. A university that is home to multiple Nobel Prize winners. A very, very famous university. Question number 3. This person was a Greek mythological figure who was punished to stand in a pool of water beneath a fruit tree with low branches, with the fruit forever eluding his grasp and the water always receding before he could take a drink. So, the element with the atomic number 73 was named after him because of its incapacity when immersed in acid to absorb any acid and stay saturated. You can either name this Greek mythological figure or you can name the element. And if it helps, the name of this person also contributes to a word in English language. A word in English language that sort of means you are close to something but not yet there. You can see it in the visual as well. He's close to the fruit but not yet there. In English language, you would use it in this form. For example, you are dash close. So that's the blank would be the word in question. So you can either name this person or the element in question. It has the atomic number 73 as an extra hint. And question number 4. Simple one, simplest one for the end. The name of this element, which means the hidden one because of its colorless, odorless, and tasteless properties, is the same as the native planet of Superman. Which is this element that shares its name with Superman's native planet? Four simple questions to start off the quiz with. Let's quickly run through all 4 questions again. Number 1, 2 elements, one named after the sun, the other named after the moon. I need both names. Number 2, I need 3 elements that satisfy this criteria. The first of these is named after a country, the second after a state in this country, the third after a town in this state. Number 3, you can either name the person or you can name the element, or you can give me the English word in question. And number 4, which is this element which shares its name with the native planet of Superman? One member from each team can DM me the answers on Zoom chat. Please don't put it as a public message. Kindly send it as a DM to me. We have 30 seconds to send in your answers. We'll give you another 30 seconds. Have all teams sent in their answers? Anyone yet to send in their answers? I can see around 12.
Sir, we are sending.
Sir, we are sending now. Okay.
All right. We'll just give you another 15 seconds.
Oh, sorry. Sir, please, it had gone out.
Let me just check. I'll request you to send it as a single entry so that it's easy for me to keep track, because otherwise it'll be very difficult to keep track. I'll request all teams send it as one single entry, please. All 4 answers as a single message.
Sir,
I'll request once again, because I see some 20 messages from multiple teams with the answers scattered here and there. Kindly send it as one single message with all 4 entries there. Yeah, I got it from team 1. I got it from team 8. I've got it from team 6. I've got it from team 3. Got it from team 4. Waiting for the other 3 teams. Got it from team 2.
Team 5. Please check.
Team 5. Let me check. Yeah, I've got team 5 are the only ones to actually follow instructions and send it as a single entry at the beginning.
Yeah.
And still one team left, I think. 5 got it from 5, got it from 2, 4, 3, 6, 8, and 1. Anyone left?
Team
Last
7
call.
is there.
Yeah, team 7 will just wait for you. Just give you another 5 seconds. Kindly send it as one single entry. Please don't take more time than this, because all other teams have sent them in. Okay, got all answers from this 8 teams. Let's go to the answers now. Maybe the Enquire Quiz Club members can take a shot, since they are the only audience we have live. Anyone from Enquire Quiz Club, you want to take a shot?
Yes, sir. Can I?
Yeah, please,
yes,
go
sir.
ahead.
After sun, it is helium, and moon, it is selenium.
Perfect. Helium and selenium, from Helios and Selene. Number 2, anyone again from Enquire? Any attempts from Enquire? If not, we'll go to the teams and ask one of the teams to unmute and maybe see if they have it. Yeah, any of the teams, if you think you have it, you can kindly unmute and mention the answer on the mic. Any of the teams? None of you confident?
American?
Americium is the country and element in question, yes. So which state would this be?
Sir, germanium, californium, berkelium.
It's not germanium, but if you got Californium and berkelium, you would have realized that the country has to be America, USA. So this is Americium.
Moscovium?
Not Moscovium. This is Americium being the country, as being the element, the country being United States of America, Californium state being California, and Berkeley with the famous university there, contributing in the name of berkelium. If you get all 3, you get 10. If you get 2, you get 6. If you get 1, you get 3. Question number 3. Anyone from Enquire?
Is it tantalum?
It indeed is tantalum, from tantalus, the English word meaning which in question is tantalizingly close, so tantalizing, etc. Number 4, simple one. Anyone?
Krypton, right?
This indeed is Krypton. Krypton is where Superman is from. Let's give out points now. So team 7 have 5 plus 6 is 11 plus 20, 31 to team 7.
$31, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
36 to team 1.
36 for team 1.
30 to team 5.
30, right?
Yeah, 30.
Thank you, sir.
15 to team 2.
Okay.
30 to team 3.
30, yes.
20 to team 6.
20 for team 6. Okay, sir.
20 to team 8.
20 for team 8. Yes,
Which
sir.
team is left now? Team 4, right?
Team 4 is remaining. Yes.
Team 4, I don't think, wait, team 4 have multiple entries. Let me go through them one by one. Team 4 has 10. $16, 26, 26 to team 4.
26, right, sir?
Yeah, 26, yeah.
Okay.
You can just read the scores out once again in the correct order.
Yes, sir. Team 1, 36 points. Team 2, 15 points. Team 3, 30 points. Team 4, 26 points. Team 5, 30 points. Team 6, 20 points. Team 7, 31 points. And Team 8, 20 points.
Perfect.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, all teams agree with this? All right, I guess everyone's on board. So now let's move on to the next round, which is a clockwise round. We have a total of 10 questions. We initially thought of having infinite bounds as well, but it might get confusing for a lot of people, which is why we'll do it only over the bounds format. Now, the bounds format is a format where, like Nilima must have explained if you listen to the message on the WhatsApp group, let's say question number 1 is to team number 1. And let's say it gets answered by team number 4. So the next question will go to team number 5. So wherever the question gets answered, the next team located next to that team will get the next question. Okay. If it gets answered by team 6, the next question will go to team 7. And there are part points available. Let's say question number 1 has 2 parts. And let's say team 2 got 1 part and team 4 got both parts. So team 2 will get 5 points and team 4 will get the full 10. And the next question will go to team 5. And if a question is not answered, let's say a question is to team 1 and it is not answered by any of the teams, so the next question in any case will go to team number 2. So irrespective of the status of the question, the next question will always go to the next team. Okay, either where the question gets answered, or if it is not answered, next to the team that got the previous question. Simple rule. All the very best. Question number 1. Now, in 2015, if you followed Kerala politics, the previous local body elections happened for nominations and members to panchayats, municipalities, and corporations. Now, all of you are aware, one of the political parties with a lot of influence in the northern districts of Kozhikode and Malappuram is the Indian Union Muslim League. And the Muslim League have the ladder as their election symbol. So, in the lead up to the polls, to achieve maximum exposure for its symbol, that is the ladder, the Muslim League used a very innovative strategy. So what they did, they thought, okay, let us make certain minimal modification to something that is already existing in all these towns and villages, and that will give us the required exposure. And of course, the people, residents of these towns and villages were amused to see this happen. So tell me, what exactly were they doing? What exactly were they modifying to get maximum visibility for their election symbol? How exactly were they exposing their symbol to a lot of people across the northern part of Kerala? Think about it. We'll give you a 10-15 seconds to think, and then I'll start asking teams one by one. Again, visualize a ladder. think of by modifying what that you'll commonly see in cities, towns, villages, can you get the appearance of a ladder? You have to make a small modification, only then can you get the appearance of a ladder. All right, so team one, this is your direct. You can, one of you can, if you've discussed, one of you can unmute and take a guess. It is nothing obscure, something commonly you will find across, not just Kerala, you'll find it everywhere across the world.
Sir, actually, we didn't understand the question.
So basically, there is something that you'll find commonly in cities, towns, villages, and the party slightly modified whatever this is. And by modifying this, it would look like a ladder ultimately, because they wanted to get more mileage or visibility to their symbol. So what exactly were they modifying in these cities, towns, villages? Think of the look, appearance of a ladder, and then take a guess.
Negative mark.
There is no negative, no negative mark. You're free to take a guess.
Sir, is it this amusement park slides?
Very nice guess. Very nice guess. Fits in with the question. Excellent guess, but not amusement park slide. So that is the kind of guess that we are looking for. By modifying something, it would. So if you modify an amusement park slide, so it can look like a ladder. So that's the kind of guesses teams should be taking. So I'll pass this question to team 2 now.
Is it stairs?
Not stairs. Good guess again. Team 3.
Is it the printing of crescent and star in the symbol?
No, nothing to do with that. Team 4.
In Chuttugovani.
Ketal, can you be louder, please?
Chuttugovani. Spiral
No,
stairs.
not spiral stairs. Team 5.
Sir, ഈ ഗേറ്റുകളിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ ഇത് വെക്കുന്നതാണ്, ഡ്രിൽസ് പോലെയുള്ള.
Nice guess, പക്ഷേ ഗേറ്റുകളിൽ ഗ്രിൽ വെക്കുന്നല്ല. Team 6.
No, sir. Passing.
Team 6 is passing. Team 7. Team 7, one of you kindly unmute.
Sir, we don't know, so we'll pass.
All right. Team 8.
Sir, ബാക്കിയുള്ള പാർട്ടികളുടെ ചിഹ്നങ്ങൾ വെച്ച് ലാഡർ ഉണ്ടാക്കി.
Nice guess, but no. All teams, I think, are done. Anyone from Enquire, if you want to take a guess? Something that is visible to thousands of people on daily basis in towns, villages, cities.
Mobile phones?
Not mobile phones. Basically, what they did, they just added 2 lines. So, ഒരു കോണിയുടെ സൈഡിലുള്ള vertical lines. So they added. So the horizontal lines were already there. They just added the vertical lines. So what could this be?
3D structure.
Not any 3D structure. Think simple. Something that people would see on a daily basis if they are traveling.
Crossing.
Zebra crossing is what
Railway.
they are looking for. This is zebra crossing. So zebra crossing, you, as you know, only have those horizontal segments. They just added 2 vertical lines to form a ladder, and that is how the Indian Union Muslim League campaigned, and they've done it multiple times during multiple elections. So good guesses by all the teams, but this was zebra crossings. The next question will go to team number 2. So all of you know of the famous stadium in Beijing that has hosted the 2008 Olympics, and it also hosted the opening and closing ceremonies of the 2022 Winter Olympics. Now tell me, when the stadium came up, Nestle actually got into a sort of trademark dispute with the people who owned the stadium. Why exactly was there a trademark dispute between Nestle and the people who owned the stadium? Think about Nestle. Look at the stadium. If you know something very basic about the stadium, you should be able to figure out the answer.
Just a small clarification.
All right.
The question is for team number 1, right?
No, question is to team 2, because if a question is not answered, the next question will go to the next team.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, we're doing a modified bounce. All right. So team 2, you're direct. You can unmute and answer.
Is it
Any other
because
nice
baggies were in shape of this stadium?
What was in the shape of the stadium?
The noodles that Nestle makes.
Nice guess. Nice guess, but not noodles being in the shape of the stadium. Team 3?
Is it the Bird's Nest Stadium?
Okay. So why would Nestle have an issue with it?
Nestle would have. Don't know, sir.
Okay. Passing to team 4.
So sir, this is like bird's nest. So the nest.
Wait. You're team 5, right? Just wait. You're team 5. Team 4.
Kilikud Stadium എന്ന് അറിയപ്പെട്ടിരുന്നു ബേർഡ്സ് നെസ്റ്റ്.
Okay. So question is, എന്തുകൊണ്ട് Nestle got into a trademark conflict? Why did Nestle have a problem?
Bird nest പേരുമായിട്ടുള്ള സാമ്യം.
പേരുമായിട്ടുള്ള സാമ്യം. No. Passing to team 5.
Bird's nest and Nestle connection. Nestle.
Oh, Nestle, the word nest is in Nestle's name. That's what you're going with.
Yeah.
Okay. Team 6. Team 6, you're not audible if you are speaking. Can't hear you.
Sir, the Nestle's founder's name is Bird's Nest, family name.
Family name is Bird's Nest. No. Team 7.
Sir, the Nestle logo is of a bird's nest, as well as the Beijing Olympic Stadium is also shaped like a bird's nest.
That is the answer that we were looking for. All of you would have seen Nestle logo. There is a bird's nest in the Nestle logo, which is why Nestle had thought, okay, they are sort of infringing into our trademark. We should now fight this. So this is why there was a trademark conflict between Nestle and the owners of the stadium. Specifically wanted logo has a bird's nest. Excellent answer there, team 7. Full 10 points to team 7 there. And who said bird's nest stadium first? I think that was team 3, right? Can 3 confirm?
Yes, sir. Yes.
I said, ma'am.
Team 3 will get 5
Take
points for saying bird's nest first. Team 3 gets 5. Team 7 gets 10. And question to team number 8.
Sir, I said Kilikud, which means bird's nest.
Which team are you?
I am team 4.
No, because before you, team 3 already said that.
Okay,
team
sir.
3 mentioned bird's nest before you, so they will get points. Whoever mentions it first will get points. Items like this are currently being made out of ivory, especially in countries like Russia and China. However, the trade of this ivory is not illegal. So tell me, where exactly are they getting this ivory from? So Russia, China, പോലുള്ള രാജ്യങ്ങളിൽ ivory കൊണ്ടുണ്ടാക്കുന്ന ഇങ്ങനത്തെ items usually ivoryയിൽ നിന്നുള്ള എന്ത് ട്രേഡും is illegal. പക്ഷെ ഈ particular case, in certain cases, there was no restriction. You could freely trade. So tell me, where are they getting this ivory from? And look at the fact that I mentioned specifically Russia, China, etc. Okay. Focus on Russia more than China. Russia is a better thing to focus on than China. All right. So team 8, this is your direct. One of you can unmute and answer.
Sir, is it from whale bones?
Excellent
Whales.
guess. Very nice guess. Very nice guess, but not whale. Fits with the Russia theme, but no. Team 1.
Sir, could you wait because my call with the teammate got cut.
I think I can still see your teammate there.
But we cannot discuss as we cannot.
Yeah, but for this question, maybe you can take a guess and we'll wait for you for the next question since we already started.
Okay, hello.
Yeah.
Is it white elephant?
Not white elephant. Team 2.
Is it because it's the ivory from a dead animal, or it's a ivory from a different animal?
Animal. All right. Team 3. I got
Sir,
your point.
Mammoth ivory.
Superb answer there. So all of you would be aware that Russia and China are grounds where you have plenty of mammoth fossils left. So since mammoths are already non-existent, there is no problem. I mean, you don't have to kill a mammoth or harm it to get its tusk. So all these artifacts are made from mammoth tusk. So great answer there, Team 3. Full 10 points at Team 3. Question now to team number 4. Simple one. This is the statue of a goddess located in Trichy in Tamil Nadu. Now, the mythology surrounding the goddess attributes her birth to Lord Ganesha toppling Agastya's Kamandala. Which goddess, after whom is named something which is a source of tension between two states? Simple one. What could be the name of this goddess be? And this is the origin story. Lord Ganesha supposedly toppled sage Agastya's Kamandala, fell, and that ultimately resulted in the birth of this goddess. Who is this goddess?
So can we bounce on this?
Don't think we have bounce in this quiz because some teams had issues, confusion, which is why we only are doing it on the bounce. So team 4, you're direct.
Kaveri, Krishna.
Can you be louder, please?
Krishna.
Krishna is what team 4 are going with. Team 5?
Sir, this is Kaveri.
This is Kaveri and not Krishna. So Kaveri is a source of tension in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. And this is how supposedly Kaveri took birth. So team 5 gets the full 10 there. This is the goddess Kaveri and her statue in Trichy. And question now to team number 6. Mulmul khas was one of the most famous and finest cotton fabrics from the Indian subcontinent. It was generally made in pieces measuring 10 yards by 1 yard. Now, in ancient times, the best variety of mulmul khas from Dhaka, that is now present-day Bangladesh, was exported to a particular North African country. Think about it and tell me, what was the reason for this large-scale export? Try and go through all North African countries, and this is ancient times. So put 2 and 2 together and take a guess. What could be the reason? Why exactly were they exporting mulmul khas from Dhaka to a certain North African country? Question is direct to team number 6. We'll give you 10 seconds and then start on the bounce. Okay, team 6, one of you can answer now.
So because of the cotton, more air passes through it, and North Africa is a hot area. So
nice guess, but not what we are looking for. Team 7.
Sir, because this might be from for Egypt, because ancient Egypt, they. Hello, sir.
Yeah, ancient Egypt,
Sir, and also Egypt, the trades to Europe had to pass through somewhere near Egypt.
Okay.
And
so
this Egypt is also a desert country.
Okay. All right. Team 8.
Pass, sir.
Team 8 is passing. Team 1. I think I saw team 1 raising their hands. I think they
Yes,
probably have.
sir, it was accident.
No problem. They can take a guess. All teams feel free to guess. There are no negative marking. So the answer might just turn out to be right. The wildest guess might just be right. So go for it.
Sir, it was used by this royalty of the North Africa.
Royalty of North Africa. All right. Passing to team 2.
It was used to satisfy the needs of poor people and middle class people.
All right. Team 3.
Sir, the North African country, അവിടേക്ക് കൊണ്ടുപോയതിന്റെ purpose ആണോ അതോ ഈ ക്ലോത്തിന്റെ purpose?
അല്ലല്ല, ക്ലോത്തിന്റെ പർപ്പസ് എന്തുകൊണ്ട് അവിടേക്ക് കൊണ്ടുപോയി? ആസ് എൻ ഐ നീഡ് ദ കൺട്രി ആൻഡ് വൈ.
അറിയില്ല സർ, പാസ്.
Okay, passing. Team 4.
I think മുഗൾസ് യൂസ് ചെയ്തിരുന്ന ക്ലോത്ത്സ് അല്ലായിരുന്നു മുൾമുൾ.
Okay,
Sir,
so
am I
you're
audible?
just like Mughals. Okay, I'll pass this to team 5.
സാർ ഒരു വൈൽഡ് ഗസ് ആണ്. നേരത്തെ ഈജിപ്റ്റ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് ഇത് മമ്മീസിനെ പൊതിയാൻ വേണ്ടി ഉപയോഗിച്ച.
Excellent answer. Put your hands together for that guess. So this is how they actually wrapped Egyptian mummies. And if you imagine 10 yards by 1 yard, then you'll know that it is very long, but the width is not much. So this is the cloth that they used to wrap Egyptian mummies, and this is how it was done. Excellent wild guess there by team number 5, who gets the full 10 there. Superb answer. Team 7, I think, mentioned Egypt first. So team 7 will get 5 points. 7 gets 5, 5 gets 10, and question is now to team number 6. 2019 saw one of the highest number of extras used for one single scene of an Indian film. Over 1,000 extras were brought in for this sequence, which was shot on a freezing cold day. Metal frames of different sizes and shapes were used for these extras to support themselves, and none of this was artificially created or enhanced using computer graphics. Which scene is this? I'll give you an extra hint. This is a scene from a Malayalam film. This is a Malayalam movies question. Think of 2019 Malayalam films, the famous best known Malayalam films from 2019, and then see if you can figure out a scene where large number of people were there, and look at the fact that there were plenty of metal frames which were stacked one over the other, plenty of metal frames stacked one of the other, onto which people got on and supported themselves. So which scene is this? You can just name the film and explain something about the scene. That's good enough for points. If you watched the film, you should definitely get this. But if you haven't watched, you can still take a guess from the prominent films of 2019. Not any random film, one of the prominent films of 2019. If it helps, internationally acclaimed, a 2019 Malayalam film that got a lot of publicity across the world and not just in India.
Sir, who is this? Which team is supposed to answer now?
This will be team 6's question. Yeah,
Sir,
team 6, you can take a guess now.
Mamangam.
Nice guess, but not Mamangam. Nice guess though, because it fits in with the number of extras. Team 7.
Sir, does this really mean freezing cold day?
Ignore that. You can ignore that bit. It was actually very cold. Yes, it was a very, very cold day whenever they shot this.
Yes, sir. So I was wondering about the scene in Lucifer where they were in very cold, freezing.
Oh, the one in the climax of Lucifer, St. Petersburg.
Yes, sir. St. Petersburg.
Nice guess, nice guess. But I think if you remember the scene, there are only about 10 people in total in that scene.
Okay, sir.
എല്ലാവരും ഫിലിംസ് കാണുന്ന കൂട്ടത്തിലാണോ അതോ just only studies? Fully into academics or watching films? Yeah, team 5 has immediately raised his hands and told me that he is watching films as well. Good job. Yeah, team 8, you can take a guess.
Sir, I'm not sure. Is it Jallikat?
And which scene in Jallikattu?
Final or fight scene.
Superb answer. Great answer there from team 8.
Yes.
Excellent. Let's see the scene first. So if you watch Jallikattu, you'll remember the climax scene where they form a huge human pyramid with thousands of people. Wonderful answer there from team number 8. Full 10 points to you. Great answer there. And question now to team number 1. In the Middle Ages, knights identified themselves to their king and other knights by raising their visors to show their faces to them. Medieval visors were, to enable this, equipped with a protruding spike that allowed them to be raised using a quick motion. How does this practice survive in today's world? Okay, so this is, imagine this to be a knight's visor. You can see a spike there. Okay, so the knight has to show his face to the king. So he used to do this by quickly raising this part using a quick motion of his hand. Imagine this happening and then take a guess as to how does this practice survive in the modern world? What is the
Sir, this is for team 7?
No, this is for team 1 actually.
Sir.
So just imagine this happening. Imagine there is a knight with this helmet on. Imagine there is a king next to this knight. The knight has to show the king his or her face. So using a quick motion of their hands, this visor goes up and the king can see the knight's face. What originated from this, or how does this practice survive in the modern world? Yes, team 1, this is your direct, you can take this. Just imagine this happening. Imagine if you are a knight with this helmet. Imagine you doing this to show your face to a royal. How would you be doing this? Imagine the whole process. That should help you with what this question is all about.
Sir, is it mask?
Not mask, but nice guess though. Team 2.
We'll raise the hat to give respect.
Can you be a little louder, please?
Hat.
Not a hat. Team 3.
Sir, can you show the question once again?
Yeah, I'll go back to the question. Just imagine yourself wearing this helmet. You have to show your face to the king, and you do this by doing an act by using a quick motion of your hands to raise this visor. Imagine the act of doing this. That should give you the answer.
Not getting, sir.
No, just take a random guess. Might be the correct answer. Don't pass because there are no next. So you can just take any random. So somebody earlier took a very wild guess with regards to wrapping mummies and it turned out to be correct. So you never know, might be the correct answer.
Okay, sir. Helmet.
Nice guess. Very nice guess. That sort of looks like that, but no. Team 4.
Saluting.
Saluting is the answer that we were looking for. Excellent answer. This is how the practice of saluting came into being. Military, the police, etc. So imagine, so now look at this helmet. He's using his hand to quickly raise the visor by using the upper part of his hand that will tag on to the spike and raise it. So that is how the military salute came into being. Excellent answer there from team number 4. You get the full 10 points there. Team 4 gets plus 10. And question now to team number 5. In September 2013, British Airways launched a thrice-weekly service to Chengdu, a city in China known for its conservation efforts with regard to sunlight. This made them the only airline to offer non-stop flights between London and Chengdu. To mark this occasion, British Airways painted the front of a Boeing 777 to look like whatever Chengdu is known for. So tell me, what was the front part of the Boeing 777 painted to resemble, or tell me, what is Chengdu famous for?
Sir, this is to me, right? Team 5.
This will be correct. Yeah. Team 5, if you have the answer, you can unmute and go.
Sir, because it is China, I would guess panda, maybe giant panda.
Superb answer. If it is China, go for the obvious guess. They painted the front of the aircraft to resemble the face of a giant panda because Chengdu is where the entire panda conservation effort is centered in China. Excellent answer once again, team 5. You get plus 10. And question now to team number 6. The name by which we know certain vehicles was adopted in December 1915 at an interdepartmental conference in Britain, because Britain was the first country to use them. The name was an effort to give workmen and possible spies the impression that these things were nothing but water containers. So look at the time period. This is 1915. Think of what was happening across the world in 1915 around that time. If you know your history as to what was happening around then, and then look at the fact that they wanted to give spies, they wanted to misguide spies. They wanted spies to think that these things are actually water containers. Therefore, what are these vehicles? What name do we know them by today? Question is to team number 6.
Sir, tanker.
Once again, an excellent answer there. This is how you get the name tank. So World War I was raging across the world around then. And the word tank also means a water tank. And the first tanks actually look like water tanks. So they wanted spies to be confused with regards to what these things were for. And that is how you ultimately arrive at the name tank. Excellent answer once again there from team number 6. And the final question of this round to team number 7. So all of you know about sign languages. Now, sign languages can be of different types. The major sign language in South Asia, used by several 100,000 deaf people, was the Indo-Pakistani Sign Language. Now, it has many of its elements derived from the British Sign Language. For example, the finger spelling is based on the British Sign Language spelling, with only isolated groups using a Devanagari-based finger spelling system. Now, so basically, the original Indo-Pakistani Sign Language was very, very confusing. Okay, that's what the first paragraph says. This confusion prompted the development of a new system in 2010 that used something from South India to reflect its letters. However, the signs for letters Y and Z had to be created fresh. What was this new system of sign language based on? What from South India did they make use of to create the symbols or signs in the sign language? Part 1. Part 2, why did the creator have to create new signs for 2 letters? If you know a rough idea about what this is based on, you should be able to guess why they had to create signs for 2 letters afresh. Again, you have to make signs or symbols using your hands. So think of what from South India could this possibly be? And that should help you with the second part.
Sir, can we have a hint?
It's a very simple thing. Think very simple. You have to make symbols or signs using your hands. What in South India can you connect to this?
Sir, what about dance forms?
So what are you going with? So what is your answer?
Sir, what was the system based on? We can go with dance forms because they use lots of hand signs.
Okay, and part 2?
Part 2.
If it is dance form, let's assume it is dance form. Why did they have to create signs for 2 new letters?
Because, sir, some signs repeat, right, sir? Or are similar?
Repeat. Nice guess. Very nice guess. Team 8, you can take a shot now.
Sir, is it a dance form like Bharatanatyam?
Okay.
Mudras.
Okay, and part 2?
Oh, I'm not sure about that, sir.
But take a guess, take a wild guess. Might turn out to be correct. They had to create 2 new symbols. They had to create
maybe there was an overlap with some other sign languages.
Overlap with some of the sign language? No. Team 1?
So is it Kathakali?
Okay, and part 2? Anything for part 2? Nothing for part 2. Team 2?
It was based on Kathakali,
Okay.
and Y and Z was repeating. That's why.
No. Team 3.
My answer is also Kathakali, sir, but don't know the second part. Pass.
Second part. All right. Team 4.
2010 ആയതുകൊണ്ട് ഐ തിങ്ക് റുപ്പീന്റെ സിമ്പല് ആണോ?
Okay. And part 2.
I don't know, sir.
Okay. Team 5.
സാർ എലിഫന്റ്സിന്റെ ഇതുമായിട്ട് ബന്ധപ്പെട്ടാണ്.
ആണെങ്കിൽ part 2.
ലൈക്ക് ട്രങ്കിന്റെ യൂസ്.
Okay. And part 2.
ഐ തിങ്ക് 2 ഹാൻഡ്സ് വേണ്ടി വരില്ലേ ഇതുണ്ടാക്കാൻ?
Okay. All right. Team 6.
Sir, dance form ആണ്, but 24 മുദ്രാസേ ഉള്ളൂ. അപ്പൊ Y Z രണ്ടെണ്ണം കൂടെ എക്സ്ട്രാ വന്നുണ്ട്.
This is an answer that qualifies as an Adipoli answer. Superb answer. Full 10 points there to team number 6 there. This, of course, is some mudras. Any South Indian dance form, I would have given points. Kathakali mudras. And if you know mudras or South Indian dance form, there are actually only 24 basic mudras in Kathakali. So there are 26 letters and only 24 mudras, which is why they had to create 2 fresh signs. Excellent answer there from team number 6. Team 6 get the full 10 there. We'll give 5 points to team 7 for saying dance forms. And we'll also give 5 points to team 1 for specifically saying Kathakali. We'll give 5 points to both the teams. 7 gets 5, 1 gets 5, and 6 gets the full 10.
We also said Kathakali.
No, before you, some other team said. Whoever says this first will get the points. So that is the end of 2 rounds. Vishal, can we have a quick look at the scores? I'll stop sharing and you can share your screen. Very well done, all teams. I think every single question was answered. Nothing was unanswered. Very, very well done.
Vishal, can you make me the host for some time? So I think Vishal is not here. Like, can you please make me the host so that I can share this? Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, done.
So is my screen visible?
Yeah, I think it's visible. So after 2 rounds, we have team 1 on 41, team 2 on 15, team 3 on 45, team 4 on 36, team 5 in a narrow lead with 60, team 6 on 40, team 7 currently second on 51, and team 8 on 30. So all teams have done well. Nobody has got a big lead. So anyone can come back and win this quiz with 2 rounds to go. Can you make me host again? So I'll get going from there.
Yes, sir. Like, are every participant okay with the score?
Yeah, are all participants okay? Does this match with your scores? Just give a thumbs up on your screens if it matches. All right, yeah, good to go then.
Yes, sir, I have made you the host.
Thank you. So the next round coming up. Yeah, so these are the mudras in Kathakali. Written round, 4 questions, and this is an audio video round. We have 4 questions based on audio and video clips. Like in round 1, listen to all 4 questions or watch all 4 questions. And I'll request you once again, send all answers as a single entry. ആൻസേഴ്സ് അയക്കുമ്പോൾ ഒറ്റ ഒരു എൻട്രി ആയിട്ട് സൂമിൽ അയക്കുക ഓൺ യുവർ സൂം ചാറ്റ്. Okay. Question number 1 coming up. So listen to this clip carefully. I want you to tell me who is the singer. This singer passed away recently. When I say recently, sometime within the last 1 year. This person died within the last 1 year. കഴിഞ്ഞ ഒരു കൊല്ലത്തിനുള്ളിൽ മരിച്ചുപോയ ഒരു വ്യക്തിയാണ് ഇവിടെ നിങ്ങൾ കേൾക്കാൻ പോകുന്നത്. Who is the singer? Okay. And you would not know this person primarily as a singer. You would know for him for something else. Okay. Listen to the clip.
ചേലൊത്ത പൂമരക്കൊമ്പത്ത് രാരിരം പാടുന്നേ സുന്ദര പക്ഷി വിസ്മയ പക്ഷി ഇരുതല പക്ഷി മാനത്തും മാമലത്താഴത്തും പാറുന്നേ ആയിരം മോഹങ്ങളോടെ മനസ്സും ഒന്നായി ചേർന്ന് കാലം പോയി മറഞ്ഞു തേനും കനിയും ഉയിരിനു നൽകി സ്നേഹം പങ്കുവച്ചു.
Very, very famous voice. You would not know this person primarily as a singer. You would know this person for in some other capacity. Okay, that was number 1. Number 2, Dash, directed by Ashutosh Gowarikar, is a film about an engineer who decides to give up his prospects in the US and come back to India to help the people of his country. The lead character in the film, played by Shah Rukh Khan, has a very apt name that reflects this. So which film is this? I'm going to show you the beginning of a Shah Rukh Khan film directed by Ashutosh Gowarikar. Which film is this? Part 2, what is the very apt name of his character? Look at the fact that this character comes back. He's abroad and he's coming back to help the people of his country. He's coming back to India to help the people of his country. So what is the name that could fit here? Who else fits here? So that should help you with the name of this character. Watch the video.
Can I clear your tray, please?
Yes, thank you.
Can I get you anything else?
No. This is your captain here. Good morning, everybody. We have now started our descent, and कुछ ही समय में हमारा विमान दिल्ली के इंदिरा गांधी इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट पर उतरेगा. आशा करते हैं कि आपकी यात्रा सुखद रही होगी.
All right, so he's coming back from the US to India. That should maybe help you with the name of the film itself, even if you haven't watched it. Very, very famous film. And he's coming back from abroad to help the people of his country. What could his name possibly be? Or tell me, why was this name picked? That will also do for the second part. Either tell me what the name is, or tell me why was this name picked.
You need the name of the character of Shah Rukh Khan.
Shah Rukh Khan, yes. Question number 3. Michael Jackson was passionate about something, and he was trained in this regard by his bodyguard, Matt Fides. He rose through this passion and eventually achieved the highest possible accolade in this field. What was Michael Jackson passionate about? And many of his dance moves are inspired by whatever he was passionate about. And as an extra hand, look at the fact that he was trained by his bodyguard. Look at all the things that a bodyguard would possibly know. And then watch the video. Watch the video carefully. Video should be very helpful to figure out what inspired many of Michael Jackson's moves. Watch the video now.
Sir, one doubt.
Watch it again. I'll play it again. Playing it one more time. Look at how his hands.
Sir, one doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, we have to send the answers right now itself, or
Not now. Not now. After the fourth question.
Okay.
Okay. His bodyguard trained him. Therefore, what could it possibly be? What did Michael Jackson learn? And he rose through it. So whatever he learned has multiple levels, and he went through all the levels and got to the top level. What could it possibly be? Okay, and the final question. This is an acclaimed instrumental piece composed by this composer called Leroy Anderson in 1950. The piece is named after the instrument that you can hear throughout the piece. Usually, professional drummers are enlisted to play this piece because of their wrist flexibility. However, many listeners have suspected that an entirely different set of professionals are actually recruited to play it. Which instrument can you hear in this piece? Okay, and look at the fact that the word instrument is in quotes, which means it may not be a proper musical instrument. It might be a non-musical instrument that has been co-opted to create a musical piece. Listen to it carefully and identify this thing that you can hear in this audio piece. I'll play it now. I'll tell you when to listen from. Yeah, listen from now, the part that appears now. I'm not looking at the violin or anything playing in the background. That percussion, the percussion playing there. That is what I want you to focus on. I'll continue playing it. Nice audio clip there. And the question also says, drummers are usually asked to play this because of their wrist flexibility. That may help. What is the instrument in quotes that you can hear in this piece? I'm sure all of you would have seen or heard how this thing sounds like or looks like.
Sir, can we go on a rerun?
Yeah, we'll do a rerun now. Yes. Question number 1, name the singer. you would know this person for something else, died recently, sometime within the last 1 year. Number 2, name this Ashutosh Gowarikar film featuring Shah Rukh Khan. And what is the very apt name of Shah Rukh Khan? Or tell me why exactly was that name picked? Number 3, you saw the video, you saw Michael Jackson's dance moves. What inspired these dance moves? It was his bodyguard who trained him in this regards. Whatever he learned has multiple levels, and he reached the highest possible level in this field. And number 4, what exactly did you listen to in this instrumental piece? I'll request all teams send only one single message, all 4 answers in one message. Send as a DM.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can you show the third question once again?
Sure, I'll do that. I'll play it. Bodyguard trained him. What all would be a bodyguard be an expert in? Use that, and I said it has multiple levels. He got to the top most level, etc.
Sir, so you're asking for one answer.
One answer. But I'll accept as long as you get a general idea. Even if you have the exact name wrong, as long as you have the general idea, we'll give you points.
Sir, in the second question, you want the film and the character name, right?
Yeah, film and the character name, or why that name was used. It's not exchange, it's answers. So in a live quiz, this would have been exchanged, you would have exchanged and corrected. But in this case, I've got answers from team 8. I've got answers from team 6, answers from team 1. 3 answers so far. Request the other teams to send it in. 1, 6, and 8 received. Got it from team 2, got it from team 3. 3 more teams to go. Got it from team 5, team 7. I think 1 team left. 7, 4, 5, 2, 3, 1, 8, and 6. Yeah, all 8 answers are in. Let's inquire quiz club members. You can take a shot. Who's the singer?
Sir, Nedumuti Venu.
Excellent answer. And
ചേലൊത്ത പൂമരക്കൊമ്പത്ത് രാരിരം പാടുന്നേ സുന്ദര പക്ഷി.
Venu is an excellent singer as well. Lesser known fact about him, and trained in multiple aspects of classical music. Question number 2, Inquiry Quiz Club. Any of you?
Swadesh. It's Swadesh.
Swadesh. And what is the name of the character, or why?
It's Mohan Bhargav.
So why Mohan?
Gandhiji. Like most of the symbolisms in the movie are related to like Lord Krishna.
Not that.
So the movie is about Gandhism.
Correct, exactly. So basically, he's coming back to the country to help his people, just like Gandhi coming back from South Africa to help Indians during the freedom struggle, which is why the name Mohan was picked. So Swadesh 5 and Mohan 5. Number 3, anyone from Enquire?
Sir, martial arts?
Martial arts, karate, kung fu, judo, taekwondo, anything that means martial art will get you points. You saw him kicking, you saw him multiple hand-based moves, etc. So any martial art will get you points.
Sir, what about, I wrote taekwondo and martial arts.
That's fine. Number 4?
Yes, I have separated with it.
Typewriter.
Typewriter.
Sir, finger.
I have one.
Sir.
Typewriter was used to create music. Yeah, somebody had a query?
Sir, we wrote like finger tapping. So it's
Finger tapping is not good, and we asked for the instrument, and that is a typewriter.
okay.
So let's give out points now. Team 4 gets 35 to team 4. 35 to team 7. Yeah, 4 gets 35, 7 gets 35.
Okay, sir.
5 gets 35.
Okay.
2 gets 30.
Who's having 30? Okay.
3 gets 40.
40 for 3.
1 gets 30.
30.
8 gets 40. Great work, teammate. Team 8 gets 40. And team 6 gets 25. 25 to team 6.
Okay, sir.
Any other team that I missed out?
No, sir.
Okay. Can you just repeat the total scores at this point? You don't need to share screen. You can just read them out.
Yes, sir. Team 1 stands with 71 points. Team 2 is having 45 points. Team 3 is having 85 points. Team 4 is having 71 points. Team 5 is again having a narrow lead with 95 points. Team 6 is having 65 points. Team 7 is on second with 86 points. And Team 8 is having 70 points. Is everything all right?
Almost all teams separated by only about 20 points. So you still have 10 questions. So still anyone's game. Anyone can win this quiz even now. All teams agree with the scores? Just give a thumbs up if you do.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Moving on to the next round. Same rules as round 2, but we go anti-clockwise. Instead of 1 to 8, we go from 8 to 1. Okay, same rules. Otherwise, question 1 to team number 8. There are only 2 national flags in the world to feature a building on their design, or in their design rather. One of them is Afghanistan with a mosque on its flag. Which is the other country? And instead of or, I need 2 parts here. It's not an or. Which is the other country? And you have to tell me which building this is. I need both parts. Okay. Take a look at the visual. I have both flags on my screen. On the left is the flag of Afghanistan. I want you to tell me which is the country that you can see on the right, and which is the building that you can see on its flag. Yeah, team 8, this is your direct. You can unmute and answer. I need the country and the building.
Sir, Cambodia, Angkor Wat.
Cambodia, Angkor Wat, excellent answers. Straight away, you get your full 10. Team 8 gets 10 points for Cambodia and Angkor Wat. Question now to team number 7. The Atlanta Hawks NBA team, based out of Atlanta since 1968, has a logo particular nickname among fans thanks to its resemblance to something else. What is the nickname of their logo? I'll show you a bigger visual. Ignore the letters there. Focus only on the central circle. You can see a hawk's silhouette there. Looks like a hawk, the white segment on the left. But look at it from another perspective. Focus maybe on the red.
So this question is due?
This will be 7's direct once bounce is closed. Just give it 15 seconds. And
sir, you are saying that we should ignore the letters and all.
Yeah, ignore
only
the outer
middle
circle.
part.
Okay. Yeah, focus only on the central circle.
Sir, in that case, it looks like a donut with a hole, with a.
Nice guess,
looks like
but
a donut.
Donut is not the nickname was given. Nice guess though. Team 6.
So team 6, it's a chance, right?
Yeah, it's your direct now.
Is it a boomerang?
Nice guess again, but not a boomerang. Team 5.
So can you please show the question again?
Yeah, team 5.
Sir, is it Pac-Man like in the right perspective?
Excellent answer there. This is called the Pac-Man logo. Look at the logo again now. You can see it is a Pac-Man coming from the right side, and you can see maybe one dot also there, Pac-Man trying to eat one dot there. It is called the Pac-Man logo because of its resemblance to the central figure in Pac-Man. Nice answer there. Team 5, you get 10 points. Question to team number 4. At the Oscar Awards in 1939, this gentleman received a special Oscar for a film that he had created. Why was the award designed to look like what you're going to see? Okay. Yeah, there are two visuals that follow. The first visual is of the person, and the second visual is of the specific award that he got in 1939. It is very different from normal Oscar statuettes. So tell me, why is the award designed to look like how it is in the visual? This is the person who received the award, very, very famous guy. And this is the award. It doesn't look like a usual Oscar statuette. Why was this Oscar statuette? Why was the award designed to look like this? Very helpful visual. You simply can tell me, what is this award representative of? What is it indicative of?
Can you show the person?
Yeah, I'll go back to the question, but there's nothing in the question. The visual is what will help you. This is 1939. Somebody got an award. This is the person who got an award. Yeah, the person is this very, very famous guy. And now look at the visual. Maybe you can count the number of figures there, might help. Okay, team 4, you're direct.
Am I direct?
Yeah.
The Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Am I right, sir?
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is an excellent answer. This is Walt Disney that you saw in the visual. Walt Disney got his Oscar for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which is why the bigger statuette are representative of Snow White, and the 7 smaller statuettes are representative of the 7 dwarfs. Very nicely worked out there from team number 4. Full 10 points to team number 4 there. And question now to team number 3. The bullet wood tree, known by various names like Shivamalli and Shivahlada, is a common motif at Shiva temples in Kerala. Now, the tree is popular under one other name in Kerala, and the most famous member of the species, it sort of plays host to an annual event that features more than 200 participants. What is the popular name of this tree, and what is this annual event that it hosts? An annual event happens right next to a very, very famous tree that falls into this category. This is direct team number 3.
Pass, sir, pass.
Team 3 passing, but take a guess. I mean, don't just pass like that. Might turn out to be the right answer. Don't focus on the word bullet.
Okay, sir. Vediplava.
Okay, and what event?
Oh, sorry, event. Not, sir. Don't know.
Okay, passing. Team 2.
Bakula.
Can you be louder, please? Yeah, team 2.
Wait a second. Medlal tree?
No. Question passes to team 1.
Sir, this event happens every year.
Every year, annual event happens every year. It might not have happened during COVID, because during COVID, nothing really happened. So during COVID times might not have happened, but otherwise happens every year.
Sir, this is Vediplava.
Okay.
Sir, and this is like Padmanabha Swami temple, that Ulsavam.
Okay, something at Padmanabha Swami temple. Passing to team 8.
So this is Vediplav, and the event is Trishur Puram.
Okay, but Trishur Puram, you will definitely have more than 200 people. I'm looking for a very, very specific event. Team, whose direct is this? Team 8 or 7? Yeah, team 8. Team 8 was the one who just gave it, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, team 7 now.
Sir, I don't know how this is related, but as you said, it is used very much. What about around Onam?
Okay. And what is the name?
Sir, as it's a flower, maybe
Okay.
is it
Team
flower
completed.
carpet?
No. Team 6.
Sir, it's just a guess. So it's the event Navratri.
And the name of the tree?
Vediplower.
Vediplower. Team 5.
So what did the last team say?
Can you repeat your guesses, Team 6? Team 6, one of you can kindly repeat your answer, please.
Shivaratri and Vediplower.
Vediplower and Shivaratri.
Sir, is it Kalaputtu Mansaram?
And name?
Vediplower.
Team 3. Okay, this was Team 3's direct, right? Yeah, anyone from Enquire, non-com guess? I think this is the first question that is going unanswered in this quiz. Anyone from Enquire want to take it again?
Sir, may I say, is it Elanyithara Mela?
Ilanyithara Mela. This is the Ilanyi tree. The common name is Ilanyi. And specifically the Ilanyithara Melam during Thrissur Puram that we are looking for. If you've gone to Thrissur Puram, seen the festival, you would have seen an Ilanyi tree at Vadakunna temple. And that is where the Melam happens. We'll actually give 5 points to whoever said Thrissur Puram first. Who said Thrissur Puram first?
Team 8, sir.
So Team 8 will get 5 points for saying Thrissur Puram for coming close. But this is specifically the Ilanyithara Melam, the 200 odd performers during the Ilanyithara Melam.
Sir, will we get points for saying Elanyithara Mela?
But you said that after the question was closed, your turn was over. So unfortunately, I can't give you points. If you had said it earlier, I would definitely have given you points and not given Team 8 points. But hard luck. So Team 8, you get 5 points, and question now to team number 7. In the early days of boxing, the sport boxing, the contest used to happen in a circle drawn in the dirt with competitors surrounded by spectators. This tradition was agreed to by the first set of rules in the sport drafted by this guy called Jack Broughton of England. Now, the specifications of the venue were changed in the mid-19th century, but something related to its original nature still survives in the sport of boxing. What is this? So look at the fact that boxing and the sport തുടങ്ങിയ കാലത്ത് അത് മണ്ണിലായിരുന്നു അവർ കണ്ടസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തിരുന്നത്. ആ സമയത്ത് മണ്ണിൽ ഒരു സർക്കിൾ വരച്ചിട്ട് അതിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിലായിരുന്നു അവർ ബോക്സ് ചെയ്യാറുണ്ടായിരുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ അതിൽ നിന്നും വന്ന what is that thing that still survives in boxing related to this? ബോക്സിംഗിന്റെ സ്പെസിഫിക്കേഷൻസ് mid-19th century ചേഞ്ച് ചെയ്തു. പക്ഷേ എന്നാൽ പോലും ഈ തുടക്കത്തിലുള്ള അതിന്റെ ഈ ഒറിജിൻസിനെ റെഫറൻസ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് സംതിങ് സ്റ്റിൽ ഇസ് ദെയർ ഇൻ ബോക്സിംഗ്. വാട്ട്? ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് വാട്ട് ഐ വാണ്ട് ആസ് ദി ആൻസർ. ഇത്ര ആലോചിച്ചാൽ മതി. ബോക്സിംഗ് തുടങ്ങിയ കാലത്ത് മണ്ണിൽ ഒരു സർക്കിൾ വരച്ചിട്ട് അതിന്റെ ഉള്ളിലായിരുന്നു ആൾക്കാർ ബോക്സ് ചെയ്യാറുണ്ടായിരുന്നത്. സോ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഇസ് വിത്ത് ടീം 7. Very, very simple question. Think about very basic things about boxing.
Sir,
yeah,
what about the ring around the ring?
This is why a boxing venue is called a boxing ring. A ring is a circular thing, but if you watch boxing, the arena is actually square or rectangle in shape. It's not circular in shape. The name is the ring only because it originally started as a circular venue, and that is why the name ring has survived into modern usage. Superb answer there from team 7. Full 10 points to team number 7.
Thank you.
Team number 6. Kunyunni Raja of the Manakkulam royal family in Kunnamkulam was a philosopher and philanthropist who lived at the beginning of the 20th century. So a certain group of people used to come to his palace for practice and training, and they almost always had one specific spectator. This person became friends with the king in an effort to help these people, and the Raja actually thought, okay, let me give or spare the services of my nephew Mukunda Raja to him. They asked for donations from the public, conducted a lottery, and even toured across the country to raise funds for what they wanted to do. All of this happened at the Royal Palace in Kundangalam in 1930, later shifting to Ambalapuram, and from there they shifted to one other place because they wanted more space. Who was this visitor? What did this visitor do? Look at the fact that a certain group of professionals were practicing training in Kundangalam. Their spectator wanted to help them, so he got funds ready for them. And from their initial location at the palace, they shifted to Ambalapuram and then to another place, a final location. Who was this visitor? What specifically did this visitor do? Very, very famous guy who did something very, very, very famous. Question is with team number 6. Not any random person, an extremely famous, a legendary Malayali. If you know what this question is all about, if you know who these professionals are, what they are practicing for, what they are training for, and look at the location. This is Kundangalam. This is Thrissur district. That should help. So Thrissur. So basically, think around the Thrissur area. Keep your guesses within Thrissur and the couple of districts next to it. Yeah, team 6.
That's the event coloring.
Okay, I don't want what the event is. I only want you to name the visitor and what that visitor did to help these people.
Pass.
Passing. Team 5.
Sir, is this Kalamandalam and like they are the
person?
professionals. അവര് ഇങ്ങനെ എന്താ പറയാ കലകളുമായിട്ട് ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട് വരും.
Okay, and who was the visitor?
Visitor may be Vallathol Narayana Menon.
As simple as that. This is Vallathol Narayana Menon, and this is how Vallathol actually established Kerala Kalamandalam. He saw all these performers practicing. So the original center for Kathakali and other dance forms in Kerala was Kundangalam at the Royal Palace. So their visitor was Vallathol. He thought, okay, I need to find a dedicated space for these people. That is how he actually traveled across the country, conducted a lottery, and got a lot of funds, and finally set up Kerala Kalamandalam at Vallathol Nagar in central Kerala. So great answer there from team number 5. You get the full 10 points there. Exact location being Cherudurthi. And question now to team number 4. Gwalior's Jai Vilas Palace is known for the interesting manner in which food, cigars, alcohol, etc. are delivered along its very long banquet table. So the dining table at this palace is very, very, very long. This system was put in place by Maharaja Madhavrao Scindia, who was grandfather of Rajasthan Chief Minister Vasundhara Raje, then as former Chief Minister, that is, as a smaller version of something he established in Gwalior state. What did he do? And whatever he did, as an extra hint, you would associate with certain places in the northern part of Bengal, western part of Tamil Nadu, etc. Look at the fact that it's a very long table. You have to serve food, cigars, alcohol in a manner befitting a palace. So he created a system on the table itself, and whatever system he set up, you might be reminded of something in northern Bengal, western Tamil Nadu, etc. connected to this. What did he do? Or how exactly is delivery designed on the table at Jai Vilas Palace? Question to team number 4.
Train പാളത്തിന്റെ പോലെയാണോ? Railway track.
Superb answer there from team number 4. This is the toy train. A small toy train is set up on the long table at Jai Vilas Palace, and the train goes around delivering food, alcohol, and other stuff to the people at the table. And of course, the western part of Tamil Nadu would be the Nilgiri Mountain Railway, which is a toy train. Northern part of Bengal would be Darjeeling, which is the Darjeeling Himalayan Railway, which is also a toy train. Great answer there once again from team number 4. 10 points to team 4. And question to team number 3. The eye of Horus, also known as Ujjat, is an ancient Egyptian symbol of protection, royal power, and good health. What modern symbol is derived from the Ujjat? Presumably because of these beliefs. Look at the image carefully. I want you to focus only on the eye part. Ignore the things on the side. Focus only on the central blue part. Okay, the eye and whatever is protruding from the eye to the bottom. Look at its design. What does it look like? And look at the fact that it's a symbol of protection. More importantly, symbol of good health. Therefore, what modern symbol must have derived from this thing? Good health should help. And look at how it appears, that blue thing. Focus only on the blue thing, the eye itself, and whatever protrudes from the eye, beneath the eye. Question is to team number 3. Good health, protection is what you should focus on, and the look of that symbol.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Yeah, what is your doubt?
Sir, the blue part means the eye itself, right, sir? Or
yeah,
anything more?
Oh, the central round part of the eye,
okay,
and
sir.
you can see 2 lines coming out from below the eye, right?
Okay, sir.
Those 2 lines. That's what
Yes,
you
sir,
should focus. Yeah. Team 3.
Sir, pass, sir.
Team 3 passing. Team 2.
Is it some max symbol?
Can you come again?
Max symbol.
What symbol? Maths symbol.
Yes, mathematics.
Not a mathematics symbol. Team 1.
Is it the symbol of at?
Nice guess, but not the at symbol. Teammate.
Medical prescription, sir.
Superb answer from team number 8 there. This is how the RX on medical prescriptions came into being. Look at the eye again now. You can see an R with a cross. So the bottom, the right loop, it actually loops there. And that is what is indicated by the X on RX. So this is supposedly the origin of RX on medical prescription, which is why the good health part fits in nicely there. Nicely worked out by team number 8. Full 10 points to team number 8 there. Question now to team number 7. In the Pacific and Indian Ocean regions of World War II, very often stocks of medicine used to run out easily. This included IV fluid, that is intravenous fluids of vital importance in cases of massive bleeding and dehydration. So if you ever had a dehydration episode, they would always put a drip on into your veins. So that is what we mean by IV fluid. So a readily available substitute was administered to British and Japanese soldiers in Ceylon and Indonesia, that is Sumatra, to great effect whenever IV fluids were in short supply. So tell me, whenever IV fluids were in short supply, what was administered into the veins of the soldiers who needed them during World War II? And look at the area, Ceylon, Sumatra, tropical region might help. Team 7, you're direct.
Sir, are you sure about team 7?
Yeah, this is your direct, team 7.
Okay, sir.
Are you guessing?
Yes, sir. One. Sir, more. Can you give some more hints? Small one.
Again, see, you're dehydrated. So imagine yourself being dehydrated. Pettannu dehydration മാറണമെങ്കിൽ generally എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് നമ്മൾ otherwise എടുക്കാറുള്ളത്? വളരെ പെട്ടെന്ന്. So basically, it should be an isotonic. Nice guess, very nice guess, but not salt water. Nice guess though. Team 6.
ORS.
ഒന്നുകൂടി പറയാം.
ORS, sir, oral rehydration salt.
Not ORS. Nice guess again. Team 5.
Sir, coconut water ആണ്. തേങ്ങാവെള്ളം.
Coconut water is what we were looking for. These are tropical regions. Therefore, plenty of coconuts available. So what they used to do, they would actually put a drip into a coconut, and coconut water being isotonic with human blood would actually be put into human circulation directly. So whenever IV fluids ran out, they actually directly transfused coconut water into the arms and veins of soldiers to take care of dehydration. Very well done, Team 5. Great answer there. You get +10 on this. One question to go. Before that, can we have a quick look at the scores to see how things stand at this point? I'll stop sharing and you can just share your screen and show the scores to everyone. I'll make you host.
Is my screen visible?
Yeah, can you just, yeah. So with one question to go, can you scroll upwards? Team 1 currently on 71, Team 2 on 45, Team 3 on 85, Team 4 on 95. We have a clear leader here. Team 5 on 125, Team 6 on 65, Team 7 on 96, Team 8 on 95. So we still have a race open for the second and third places. At least 3 or 4 teams are in contention for the second and third places. But I think we have a clear winner so far. So all the very best to the 4 or 5 teams still in contention for the second and third places. One question to go. Let's see what happens. Can you make me post? Thank you. Last question coming up, and this will be to team number 4. Bindu Matthew was a 45-year-old professional whose first foray into prominence was the record-setting performances in the 100 and 200-meter events at the 1988 Kerala State School Sports Meet. However, Malayalis would know this resident of Piravam only thanks to a government body in Kerala, or you could say it's there across India as well, deciding to upgrade their services in 1999. She was selected after an audition that involved 3 other people. What is Bindu Matthew's claim to fame, or where would you have come across Bindu Matthew? As an extra hint, Bindu Matthew was also involved in a 2002 film starring Jairam. I want to tell me what is Bindu Matthew's claim to fame. Where would you have come across Bindu Matthew?
Sir, is this my turn?
Just let everyone read the question once, and then we'll complete. It is your turn otherwise, but just okay. I'll come to you. Look at the fact that an audition happened. Think of all that happens during an audition. A certain governmental entity wanted to upgrade their services. And I'm certain all of you would have come across Bindu Matthew in a certain context. Every single one of you would have come across what she did or what her claim to fame is. Think of all that is tested during an audition. And if you know the Jairam film, you should immediately get this. Okay? Team 4, you're direct now. You can take it.
I think I know this. It's Yatrakarude Shraddhakku.
Okay, so what is
മലയാളത്തിൽ പറയുന്നത് എന്ത് റെയിൽവേ സ്റ്റേഷനിൽ മലയാളത്തിൽ പറയും ട്രെയിൻ വരുന്നുണ്ട് എന്നുള്ളത്. Am I right?
യാത്രക്കാരുടെ ശ്രദ്ധയ്ക്ക് ട്രെയിൻ നമ്പർ 2618 നിസാമുദ്ദീനിൽ നിന്നും എറണാകുളം വരെ പോകുന്ന മംഗള ലക്ഷദ്വീപ് സൂപ്പർഫാസ്റ്റ് എക്സ്പ്രസ് ഒന്നാമത്തെ പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോമിലേക്ക് വന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു.
So the film, like you said, is Yatrakarude Shraddhakku. If you ever traveled in a train and if you listen to railway announcements and stations in Kerala, if you have heard the Malayalam announcement, it is Mrs. Bindu Matthew's voice that you hear. So the railways wanted to upgrade their services to an auditory thing. So that is why her voice was recorded, and therefore her voice features at all railway stations across Kerala. Great answer there, Team 4. Great answer to end the quiz with. That is the end of the quiz. Let's take a look at the final scores and see where things stand.
So can we have a few minutes before the final score, as we are having a guest announce the results?
Sure.
I guess we are not having any ties as of.
Yeah, no ties set. Great work, teams 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All of you did extremely well. Very, very closely fought quiz. I think eventually it came down to 1 or 2 points at the very end. All of you did extremely well, and I look forward to seeing you all doing well in all the future quizzes as well. Once the pandemic ends, please make sure all of you travel and attend as many quizzes as you can across the state and maybe even beyond the state. It was a pleasure hosting this quiz for you. All of you did really, really well. My congrats and best wishes to all of you.
Sir,
Yeah,
can I ask a doubt?
please do.
Quiz അല്ല.
Definitely, ചോദിക്കൂ.
സർ എനിക്കങ്ങനെ ഇങ്ങനത്തെ ഇതൊക്കെ ഇഷ്ടമാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഇങ്ങനത്തെ ന്യൂസ് ഒക്കെ ഗ്യാദർ ചെയ്യാൻ എങ്ങനെയാണ് സർ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്? എങ്ങനെയാണ് നമുക്ക് ഗ്യാദർ ചെയ്യാൻ കഴിയുക?
എന്നോട് ചോദിക്കുന്ന ആര് ചോദിച്ചാലും, ഫസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ഓൾ there is no shortcut, so hard work ചെയ്തേ പറ്റൂ. So you'll have to keep reading. എന്നും പറ്റുന്ന അത്രയും വായിക്കുക. Read the newspaper, read good books. Like there's nothing better than reading books, physical books. പക്ഷേ reading can only help you so much. ആ ഒരു ലൈവ് ക്വിസിന്റെ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് നത്തിങ് ക്യാൻ ഗിവ് യു. നമ്മൾ എത്ര വായിച്ചാലും ഒരു ലൈവ് ക്വിസിൽ അത് ആൻസർ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ലെങ്കിൽ there's no point, no? So most important two things: read on a daily basis and discuss it with your friends. ഒരു informal quizzing group ഉണ്ടാക്കിയിട്ട് ask questions to each other every day. പക്ഷെ മോസ്റ്റ് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് ലൈവ് ക്വിസുകൾ പോയി അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്യുക. ഒരു ക്വിസിൽ പോയിട്ട് ആ ഒരു ക്വിസിന്റെ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ്, ലെറ്റ്സ് സേ ലാസ്റ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ രണ്ട് ടീംസിനും തമ്മിലുള്ള ഡിഫറൻസ് 5 points, ആ ഒരു പൊസിഷനിൽ വെച്ചിട്ട് നമുക്കൊരു 6 അടിച്ച് മാച്ച് ചെയ്യിപ്പിക്കാൻ പറ്റുമല്ലോ. അതാ ഒരു ലൈവ് ക്വിസിൽ അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്ത് മാത്രമേ ആ ഒരു എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് കിട്ടുള്ളൂ. അപ്പോൾ പറ്റുന്ന അത്രയും ക്വിസുകൾ അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ നോക്കുക. ഈ പാൻഡമിക് ഐ തിങ്ക് മോസ്റ്റ് ലൈക്ലി ഇൻ ദ നെക്സ്റ്റ് കപ്പിൾ ഓഫ് മന്ത്സ് എവറിത്തിങ് വിൽ ബി ഡൺ ആൻഡ് വി വിൽ ഹാവ് ലൈവ് ക്വിസിംഗ് ബാക്ക്. അപ്പോൾ ഐ തിങ്ക് ദർ ഇസ് എ വെരി എന്താ പറയുക very close network on WhatsApp and Facebook with regards to Kerala quizzing. I can share my phone number on chat here. If you can message me on WhatsApp, I will add you to all those groups. ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളെ വാട്സാപ്പിൽ ആഡ് ചെയ്യുക, ഫേസ്ബുക്കിൽ ആഡ് ചെയ്യുക on quizzing groups that exist in Kerala. ആൻഡ് ആ ക്വിസിംഗ് ഗ്രൂപ്പ്സ് ഫോളോ ചെയ്താൽ കേരളത്തിൽ എവിടെയൊക്കെ ക്വിസുകൾ നടക്കുന്നു, ഏതൊക്കെ ക്വിസുകൾ നടക്കുന്നു, എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ചോദിക്കുന്നത്, അതെല്ലാം നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഓൺ എ ഡെയിലി ബേസിസ് അറിയാൻ പറ്റും. So I'll just share my number on chat and you can just send me a message. I'll add all of you to all those groups.
Sir, ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഗ്രൂപ്പിലുള്ള നമ്പർ തന്നെ അല്ലേ?
അതന്നെ, സെയിം നമ്പർ അതന്നെ. ആ നമ്പറിൽ ഇൻഡിവിജ്വലി just with your name just send a message and ഓരോരുത്തരായിട്ട് ഞാൻ എല്ലാത്തിലേക്ക് ആഡ് ചെയ്യാം. ആൻഡ് ആ ഗ്രൂപ്പുകൾ ഏതൊക്കെ ക്വിസുകൾ എവിടെയൊക്കെ നടക്കുന്നു, എന്നൊക്കെ നടക്കുന്നു, എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ചോദിച്ച എല്ലാ ഡീറ്റെയിൽസും ഉണ്ടാവും. ഇറ്റ് വിൽ ബി വെരി ഹെൽപ്ഫുൾ. എല്ലാവർക്കും വളരെ വളരെ ഹെൽപ്ഫുൾ ആയിരിക്കും.
താങ്ക് യു സർ.
ബട്ട് മൈ അഡ്വൈസ് വുഡ് ബി, എന്നും വായിക്കുക, വായിച്ച കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഫ്രണ്ട്സുമായിട്ട് ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യുക, ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ രൂപത്തിൽ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യുക. അതൊരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആയിട്ട് ഫ്രണ്ട്സിനോട് ചോദിക്കുക, അവർക്ക് ആൻസർ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ടോ നോക്കുക, അവരോട് തിരിച്ചു ചോദിക്കാൻ പറയുക. ആൻഡ് ഇതൊരു 1 or 2 days ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് കാര്യമില്ല, ഇത് എന്നും ചെയ്യണം ഓൺ എ റെഗുലർ ബേസിസ് ഫോർ ഇയേഴ്സ് ആൻഡ് ഇയേഴ്സ്. സോ ലൈക്ക് ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളുടെ പ്രായത്തിൽ ഐ മീൻസ് ലൈക്ക് ഐ തിങ്ക് ഐ ബീൻ ക്വിസിംഗ് ഫോർ നിയർലി 25 years now. സോ ഐ മീൻ ക്വിസിംഗ് ഈസ് വൺ ഫീൽഡ് വെയർ നമ്മുടെ ഏജ് കൂടുന്നതും നമ്മുടെ അറിവ് കൂടി വരികയുള്ളൂ. അപ്പോൾ you will get better and better as in, I mean, with time. So don't worry about it now. So, but with time, you will definitely, all of you will become really good quizzes if you put in the right effort. Yeah, so somebody has sent me a message that why did why we didn't get any questions in this round. So that is a format called Pounce. Pounce is where all teams can attempt the question directly via message to the quizmaster. So I was not sure. Somebody asked on the group if everyone knew. So I saw no replies there. Aru in a reply on the WhatsApp group. So I assume that people are not comfortable with Pounce. അതുകൊണ്ട് മാത്രമാണ് Pounce വെക്കാൻ. നിങ്ങൾ എല്ലാവരും ഓക്കെ ആണോ എന്ന് അറിയാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടായിരുന്നു പൗണ്ട്സിനെ പറ്റി ഗ്രൂപ്പിൽ ചോദിച്ചതും നീലിമ അതിനെപ്പറ്റി എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്ത പോസ്റ്റ് ഇട്ടതും. പക്ഷെ അതിനാരും റെസ്പോൺസ് ചെയ്യാത്തത് കൊണ്ട് മാത്രമാണ് ബിക്കോസ് ഓഫ് പ്യുവർ ബൗൺസ് ക്വിസ്. എല്ലാവരും റെസ്പോണ്ട് it would have been a fully open quiz.
Sir, actually, some teams didn't get equal chances because some questions were concentrated in this team 4, 5, 6 as they were answering constantly, and we didn't even get one question in this round.
No, if you look at the quiz across the quiz, statistically, every team would have got equal number of chances. That is the beauty of the bounce format. Let's say, I'll give an example. Let's say team 5 dominate ചെയ്യാണെന്ന് വെക്കുക. അപ്പോൾ അടുത്ത ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനുള്ള അറ്റംപ്റ്റ് ടീം 5 അവസാനമേ കിട്ടുള്ളൂ. ടീം 5 ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആൻസർ ചെയ്താൽ അടുത്ത അറ്റംപ്റ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ 4, 3, 2, 1 എല്ലാവരെയും പാസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടേ പിന്നെ ടീം 4 വരുള്ളൂ. സെയിം തിങ് വിത്ത് ടീം 4. ടീം 4 ആൻസർ ചെയ്താൽ എല്ലാവരെയും പാസ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ടീം 3 വരുള്ളൂ. നിങ്ങൾ ഓരോ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ എടുത്ത് നോക്കിയാൽ every team would have got the equal number of attempts. That is the thing about
Sir, ഇപ്പൊ ടീം 7 ഒരു ആൻസർ അറിയാമെങ്കിൽ അത് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ആന്റി ക്ലോക്ക് വൈസ് വരുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് ടീം 6, 5, 4 അങ്ങനെ ആ രീതിയിൽ വരുമ്പോൾ ടീം 1 ആ ആൻസർ അറിയാമെങ്കിലും ടീം 4 3 ആൻസർ പറയുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് അതിന് പോയിന്റ്സ് കിട്ടില്ല. കാരണം ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് കുറെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് നല്ലപോലെ അറിയാമായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷെ ഞാൻ റേസ് ഹാൻഡ് ചെയ്തായിരുന്നു ഇൻ കേസ് നമുക്ക് പോയിന്റ്സ് കിട്ടാൻ സാധിക്കും.
I told you, rules, it is only a bounce only quiz. ആ പൗണ്ട്സ് എന്നുള്ള ഫോർമാറ്റ് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ മാത്രമേ എല്ലാ ടീംസിനും അത് ക്വിസ് മാസ്റ്ററിന് മെസ്സേജ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് അറ്റംപ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. അത് അറിയാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടായിരുന്നു ആ വാട്സാപ്പ് ഗ്രൂപ്പ്സിൽ എല്ലാവരും ഉള്ള സ്ഥിതിക്ക് ആ ഗ്രൂപ്പിൽ നീലിമ ആ മെസ്സേജ് പോസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്ത് ആ വോയിസ് ക്ലിപ്പ് ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ അതിൽ ബൗൺസിനെയും പൗൺസിനെയും പറ്റി പറയുന്നുണ്ട്. അതിന് ആരും റിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല. നോബഡി റെസ്പോണ്ടഡ് ടു ദാറ്റ് മെസ്സേജ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് മാത്രമാണ് ആ പൗൺസ് ഫോർമാറ്റ് ഒഴിവാക്കിയിട്ട് ബൗൺസ് മാത്രം വെച്ചത്. We didn't know if people knew about pounds. If all of you had responded to that, everyone would have got a chance on every single question.
റെസ്പോൺസ് ചെയ്യണമെന്ന് അറിയില്ലായിരുന്നു. അതുകൊണ്ട് അതുപോലെ ഗ്രൂപ്പിൽ മെസ്സേജ് ഇടാൻ പാടുണ്ടോ അങ്ങനെ അറിയാത്തത് കൊണ്ടാണ് ഞങ്ങൾ.
ഒരു കുഴപ്പമില്ല. I mean, that group is for communication only. എല്ലാവർക്കും കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ഗ്രൂപ്പാണത്. And definitely team 1, I think I can contest your point. ടീം 5 4 കിട്ടി അത്ര തന്നെ ചാൻസ് നിങ്ങൾക്കും ഡെഫിനറ്റ്ലി കിട്ടിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. കാരണം ലെറ്റ്സ് സേ ടീം 5 ഒരെണ്ണം ആൻസർ ചെയ്തു. ലെറ്റ്സ് സേ അടുത്ത ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ടീം 4 ആൻസർ ചെയ്തു. അതിനുശേഷം നിങ്ങളെ എല്ലാം പാസ് ചെയ്തതിന് ശേഷം മാത്രമേ ടീം 5 4 എത്തുള്ളൂ ആ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. അവർക്ക് കിട്ടിയ എക്സാക്ട് സെയിം നമ്പർ ഓഫ് അറ്റംപ്റ്റ്സ് യു വുഡ് ഓൾസോ ഹാവ് ഗോട്ട്. That is the statistically, that is the thing about bounce. Every team gets an equal number of attempts. No team will get more than one. So ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ എക്സ്ട്രാ കിട്ടിയെന്ന് വരും ഒരു ടീമിന്. മേ ബി ദ ടീം ദാറ്റ് ആൻസേർഡ് ലാസ്റ്റ് might get one extra thing. Otherwise, every single team would have received the equal number of attempts across the nearly 30 questions in this quiz. That is the thing about bounce.
We also support team 1 actually. What they're saying is true.
What they're saying is actually not true. If you look at the mathematics of bounce, it is not true. Every team would have got the equal number of attempts. We can actually take maybe 2 more hours, go through every single question, mark, and we can on a chart, just like an Excel chart, plot, let's say whoever got an attempt on each question. And you will see at the end of the quiz, every team would have ended up with the equal number of attempts. We can actually, after this quiz, we can actually have an informal session, maybe some days, a few days later, and we can go question by question and look at the number of attempts to each team, and it will be equal.
Sir, I will say an example. ആ കോക്കനട്ട് വാട്ടർ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ആൻസർ വന്ന ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ടീം 7 ആണെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു ഉത്തരം പറഞ്ഞു. എനിവേ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ആ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ അറിയായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷെ അത് ഞാൻ ലാസ്റ്റ് വന്നപ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഉത്തരം അറിയാമെങ്കിൽ അവർക്കാണ് പോയിന്റ് കിട്ടിയത്. അപ്പൊ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് എങ്ങനെ ഈക്വൽ ചാൻസസ് കിട്ടിയത് ആ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യന്?
ആ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ അല്ല പറയുന്നത്, അക്രോസ് ദ ക്വിസ്. ആ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യന്റെ ഈക്വൽ ചാൻസ് അല്ല നമ്മൾ പറയുന്നത്. നമ്മൾ പറയുന്നത് അക്രോസ് ദ ക്വിസ്. Across these 30 questions, all of you have got equal number of chances with regards to the questions attempted. ആ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യന്റെ ചാൻസിനെ പറ്റിയല്ല നമ്മൾ പറയുന്നത്. നമ്മൾ പറയുന്നത് across the quiz, all of you would have got, let's say, 15 attempts in total or 10 attempts in total. That's the point.
And also I suggest that എല്ലാ റൗണ്ട്സും ബൗൺസ് ആ രീതിയിൽ കണ്ടക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നതിലും
അങ്ങനെയായിരുന്നു നമ്മുടെ പ്ലാൻ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷെ നിങ്ങൾ ആരും അതിനെ റെസ്പോണ്ട് ചെയ്യാത്തത് കൊണ്ട് മാത്രമാണ് ബൗൺസ് ഒഴിവാക്കിയിട്ട് ബൗൺസ് മാത്രം വെച്ചത്. അത് അറിയാൻ വേണ്ടി മാത്രമാണ് നീലിമ ആ എഫേർട്ട് എടുത്ത് ആ വോയിസ് മെസ്സേജ് കമ്പോസ് ചെയ്ത ഗ്രൂപ്പിൽ ഇട്ടത്. അത് അറിയാൻ വേണ്ടി.
Sir,
I even thank Nilima. Nilima, thanks for explaining it in great detail. Nobody responded to us. You should have just responded. അതിനു വേണ്ടി മാത്രമായിരുന്നു ആ ഗ്രൂപ്പിൽ ഇട്ടത്. But again, I mean, sorry from our part if that was shortcoming, but that was not intentional. We only thought that you might be confused about it, which is why it was not there. That's all.
Sir, I see your point, and I think it is fair when looking through your point of view.
Sir, but equal chances എന്ന് കിട്ടുമ്പോൾ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ലാസ്റ്റ് റൗണ്ടിൽ ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ പോലും കിട്ടിയിട്ടില്ലായിരുന്നു.
അത് ഒരു തെറ്റായ ഒരു നിഗമനമാണ്. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഡെഫിനറ്റ്ലി ഈക്വൽ നമ്പർ ഓഫ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് അറ്റംപ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ആൻസർ പറയാൻ പറ്റിയിട്ടുണ്ടാവില്ല ചില ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസിൽ, പക്ഷെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഈക്വൽ നമ്പർ ഓഫ് അറ്റംപ്റ്റ്സ് എന്തായാലും കിട്ടിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഈവൻ ദോ യു മേ നോട്ട് ഹാവ് ആൻസർഡ് സം ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ്, ബട്ട് യു ഗോട്ട് ഈക്വൽ നമ്പർ ഓഫ് അറ്റംപ്റ്റ്സ് ഫോർ ഷുവർ. മേ ബി വൺ ഓഫ് ദി വീക്കെൻഡ്സ് നിങ്ങൾ സ്കൂളൊക്കെ ഫ്രീ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ദിവസം നമുക്ക് ഇരുന്നിട്ട് we can go through all 28 questions, all 8 teams. നിങ്ങളൊപ്പം ഞാനിത് നമുക്ക് ഇത് വേണമെങ്കിൽ എക്സസൈസ് ആയിട്ട് ചെയ്യാം. And I can challenge you that all of you had equal number of attempts across this quiz on these 30 questions.
Sir, okay, sir. Arguing, but I thought like
mathematics won't go wrong. But I'm sorry for not incorporating pounds. നമ്മൾ അത് വെക്കാതിരുന്നാൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അത് കൺഫ്യൂഷൻ ആകുമോ എന്ന് വിചാരിച്ച് മാത്രമാണ്, വേറെ ഒന്നുമല്ല. I always do pounds in all my quizzes. I think this is the first quiz in nearly some 7-8 years where I've done a quiz without pounds.
Sir, ഈ ക്വിസ് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നതിന് മുമ്പ് പൗണ്ട്സ് ആൻഡ് ബോൺസ് അറിയാമെന്ന് ചോദിച്ചിരുന്നെങ്കിലും ഒരു പക്ഷേ എല്ലാ ടീമുകാരും അതിന് പറഞ്ഞു.
Maybe next quiz we can, always there is the next quiz. This is not the only quiz that you will attempt. എത്രയോ ക്വിസുകൾ ഫ്യൂച്ചറിൽ അറ്റംപ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. കേരളത്തിലുള്ള എല്ലാ ക്വിസുകളും, not just Kerala, across India, all the quizzes happen over pounds and bounds. So don't take it to heart. Just attend more quizzes and you will surely get pounds quizzes in the future. But apologies from my
so
side.
I'm assuming.
Apologies from my
yes,
side.
Sir, yes.
That was unfair. That was not intentional at all. It was only to avoid confusion. So എനിക്ക് നിങ്ങളെ ആരെയും ഡയറക്ട്ലി അറിയില്ല. സോ എനിക്ക് കഴിഞ്ഞ 2-3 കൊല്ലങ്ങളായിട്ട് ഡയറക്റ്റ് ലൈവ് ക്വിസസ് ഇല്ലാത്തതുകൊണ്ട് ഇപ്പൊ സ്കൂളിലുള്ള ക്വിസസിനെ പറ്റിയൊന്നും ഐ ഹാവ് നോ റിയൽ ഐഡിയ. അപ്പോൾ വിച്ച് ഇസ് വൈ ഐ തോട്ട് മേ ബി യു ആർ നോട്ട് ഫെമിലിയർ വിത്ത് ദ കോൺസെപ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് പൗണ്ട്സ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് മാത്രമാണ് ആ ഒരു കൺഫ്യൂഷൻ ഒഴിവാക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ഇത് ഇങ്ങനെ വെച്ചത്. ബട്ട് അപ്പോളജീസ് ഫ്രം മൈ സൈഡ് ഇഫ് യു തോട്ട് ദാറ്റ് വാസ് അൺഫെയർ. ഇറ്റ് വാസ് നോട്ട് ഇന്റൻഷണൽ അറ്റ് ഓൾ. ഇറ്റ് വാസ് ഓൺലി ടു സേവ് യു ദ കൺഫ്യൂഷൻ.
Okay, so let's keep, okay, sir. So let's keep the discussions apart for the time being. Now we have Preeta ma'am, HOD EEE Department of NIT Calicut, here with us to announce the results of this Samasya 21. Yeah, Preeta ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Am I audible?
Yes,
you're audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for conducting the quiz.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your support to this event.
Yeah. So as a part of our Tattva, this was organized along with the Enquire Quiz Club. So I'd like to announce the winners of the quiz. First prize actually goes to Team 5, Srinath Sudish, rupees 10,000. Second prize, Team 4, Mohammad Amin, rupees 8,000. And third prize, Team Rohan Srikant and Chris George, rupees 6,000. Congratulations to the winners and all the participants.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah.
Actually, it is indeed notable that the first and second positions are backed by two single teams actually. So kudos to them. Now I would like to propose vote of thanks for this event. First of all, I would like to thank our host and the quiz master, Major Chandrakant Nair, for accepting our invitation and for hosting this event in spite of his busy schedule, and giving us 2 hours of pure infotainment and giving us 2 hours of pure infotainment. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Nilima. Like I had mentioned at the beginning, NIT Calicut is like a second home to me. I've been part of events at NIT Calicut as a student and as a host for nearly 15 years now. always a pleasure to be associated with anything at NIT Calicut. Some of my very good friends, some of my best friends are from NIT Calicut. Thanks again for this wonderful opportunity to be a part of another Tattva.
Okay, sir. So secondly, I would like to thank Preeta ma'am for accepting our invitation to announce the results. Thank you, ma'am. Finally, I would like to thank the Tattva PRC team and our Enquire family, all members in Enquire and the Tattva PRC who actually worked day and night to reach out to more people and make this event a great success. So thank you all. So yeah, the event is officially dispersed. And thank you all for joining. Hope that each one of you would have gained at least some information or some kind of an insight about something that you might have overlooked till now. Like maybe, yeah, that's it. Thank you.